Good morning and welcome to Alumni Stadium here as Braintree Wamps get ready to take on the Milton Wildcats. I'm Justin Turpin, joined by TJ Chamberlain. TJ, we got a good one today.
Yeah, for Braintree, this is a must-win for them. You want that win on Thanksgiving. And especially with this rivalry, Milton having a strong season all around Braintree and had some games like they could have won them, but lost in close games. The Stone game is a prime example of that. And Braintree, they are hungry for this win today.
Yeah, as the teams get ready for the coin toss here, we want to take a minute to thank everyone for making us a part of their Thanksgiving by listening to us here. The coin toss gets set. And Milton won and deferred the toss. So Braintree will receive. Milton will get the ball in the second half. So an opportunity for Braintree to start fast. With an opportunity to see if they can strike first. Beautiful day for some football.
Yeah, it originally was going to be very cold, warmer than any of us expected. It's good that we have a Thanksgiving Day game and we don't have to wear gloves for once.
Well, it's good to have a Thanksgiving Day game again as well. You know, last year obviously didn't have one. And we are streaming live on YouTube and BCam TV, live on Comcast Channel 9 and Verizon Channel 28. If you want to catch us on the TV. So we get set for some Thanksgiving football here.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please remove your hat? It's the Braintree Band. Plays our national anthem. Wishing everyone a wonderful Thanksgiving and a great morning.
And a great performance there by the Braintree Band. Someone that's not musically talented like myself, it always amazes me how they get those sounds out of those instruments.
But yeah, I mean, it's always good to have the Braintree Band perform, especially here at home games. Now, sadly, we didn't have that many home games, mostly in a away schedule for Braintree this year. So it's good that we have the game home today, especially.
The band's great.
Yeah.
The band's great. Braintree gets ready here as their kickoff return team comes out. Milton will kick off from the 40-yard line.
Braintree's kickoff team all year, they've been able to get really good field position, and also in the game against Stone, they had both of their kick returners, Mario Francosa Johnson and Cam Garrity, find the end zone.
Probably their two most talented players, biggest playmakers back there, and Garrity and Johnson as we get set to kick it off here. And we are underway here at Alumni Stadium. The kick going to be fielded by Johnson at about the 10. Johnson's going to take it out looking for a block. Good block by Garrity. Johnson gets it out to about the 30-yard line, and that's where Braintree will start their first drive. Braintree led by the junior quarterback, Tellier, as he gets the commands from your old man, TJ, Coach Chamberlain.
Tyler this year, he's been really solid, and also really helps that Braintree is both really good with the run game and also with the receiving game as well. Garrity and McGurn, the go-to targets for Tellier, and Mario Francosa Johnson this year has been the lead of this running back committee.
We're going to have the clock stop here. There might have been a clock malfunction. Saw the referee waving his hats. Obviously, the white hat referee is the head official as he's yelling up.
11:50 on the clock.
Yeah, clock went down to
The
11:19.
clock was running. Well, it should not have been. Nonetheless, Braintree will start their drive. They start in that traditional wing T offense that they love to run here. The motion man, number 25. That's James Lee.
Return handoff and pick up a 5
A
yards.
good pickup on first down.
Under the 35
You know, it looks like a small gain, just 5 yards, but 5 yards, you get 3 downs to do it. To get 10 yards.
Yeah, already getting half the yardage you need first play. That's not bad at all. Really opens up the options for Braintree's offense.
As Braintree breaks the huddle here. Garrity will be split out wide on the short side of the field. Tellier, the motion man's Lee. Tellier's going to fake the handoff to Lee and take it himself, looking for some room off the outside, and he's got nothing. Gains about a yard, bring up a third and manageable for Braintree, about a 3rd and 4 at about the 36-yard line.
Maybe pick up 3 yards.
And the Braintree runs that jet sweep a lot where they'll have the motion man take the ball, so see if teams bite on it. Tellier can run too. He can move.
Yeah,
He tried to look for it there.
Yeah, Tyler, he's got some rushing touchdowns inside of the goal line this year. Mainly if you need a yard or two, Tyler would be.
Standing at 6'5", the quarterback's frame, always a big thing. As he's going to roll to his left now. He's looking to fire, and he's got Garrity. That's enough for a first down right at about the 48-yard line. He hurdles the bench. An athletic play there by Garrity as he jumps over the bench.
Garrity,
Braintree moves the sticks.
Garrity, he's the wild card in this offense because a lot of the times the receiving game really goes around him and McGurn. We saw this during the Wellesley game when he got thrown out pretty early on. The receiving game really couldn't get off the ground.
Ball on the 49 on the left hash. Tellier working out of the gun. Motion man Lee on the rocket motion behind him. He's going to hand it off to Lee. Lee looking for some room, and he goes backwards. Loss of about 4 or 5 yards there. Looked like the DN number 33 for Milton. That's Amari Marsman, the senior captain that came off the edge. Looked to be unblocked. That'll bring up 2nd and long for Braintree. As Johnson and Grieve check in for the Wamps.
But now go Lee and Luongo.
Tellier gets the commands here, and he comes back into the huddle. 10 minutes to go here in the first quarter. If you're just joining us now, I'm Justin Turpin alongside TJ Chamberlain. We're streaming live on YouTube and on BCam TV, live on Comcast on Channel 9 and Verizon Channel 28. As Tellier's going to work out of the lone set, he's going to hand it off to number 23 for Braintree. That's Mario Franciosa Johnson, who gets back to the original line to gain. And it'll be 3rd and 10 for the Wamps.
Yeah, back to the original line of scrimmage. Though I think here they're going to, well, Tyler's going to look for either Garrity or McGurn to try to create some separation from their defender, try to get the first down.
Could be an obvious passing down, but then again, TJ, you know more than anyone, with your old man being the coach, it's the aggression in these games. This could easily be 4-down territory at the 49 here. If they can pick up about 4 or 5 yards, I can see them going for it, and they're going to go empty set here for Tellier. It'll be McGurn in the slot, Garrity to his left. Tellier's going to look. He's got time, had plenty of time, fires to Garrity. It's broken up by number 8 for Milton. That's Jack Finnegan. And there's a flag in the backfield. And I think they might have hit the quarterback a little late as Tellier comes up a little gimpy. And we'll see. We'll check the penalty flag. It would make it an automatic first down if it is rougher than passer. That is a personal foul. So that would put the ball at about the 40. We'll see what the referee calls. Personal foul. And it is rough in the passer. So that's a break for Braintree. And a bad mistake by Milton. That'll move the chains for the Wamps. And now they are in Milton territory. And great job by the offensive line there. Tellier had all day to throw it. And the ball now will be at the 36-yard line of Milton. Braintree, 9 minutes to go here. Good opening drive for the Wamps, as it'll be Brooks to Tellier's left. Garrity split out on the wide side of the field to the left. The motion man is Johnson. Tellier's going to give it to Johnson on the rocket motion behind him, and he goes nowhere. They have not had luck with that Johnson.
That was
rocket motion.
Luongo.
Excuse me, that was Luongo. 2-3 is Johnson, 3-2 is Luongo. He loses about 5. On this first drive, the outside has not been there for Braintree. Ball will be back at the 40-yard line now. Tellier gets the commands and will jog back to the huddle. And it will be 2nd and 14. As it'll be Luongo, Lee, and Brooks. As Lee's the motion man, he's going to give it to Brooks right up the middle, and that's a good carry. And he gets right back to the original line to gain, so we'll bring up a 3rd and about 10 for Braintree, and this is definitely 4-down territory for the Wamps.
Yeah, also on the sideline, we were talking about a couple plays ago that Tellier was getting, he got kind of dinged on that hit. Austin Colantino, the backup quarterback, is warming up on the sideline currently for Braintree.
Yes, that is number 6. That's Austin Colantonio throwing the ball around here, getting a little loose. Tellier appears to be okay. I think he was favoring that left ankle. He never liked to speculate an injury, but that's what it appeared to be. And they're going to split him out wide here. Brooks to Tellier's right, and Tellier's going to look to throw, and it's a screen to Brooks, wide open. Brooks got room to run, and he pops up the ball. The ball's out, and it appears to be recovered by Milton. Milton might have gotten on top of it. It certainly looked it, and that's a drive killer for Braintree.
Yeah, that was...
As they sort it out to the bottom of the pile here. And it is Milton ball. Absolutely crushing for Braintree. You have a great drive there on 3rd and 10. You pick up the first down and more, and you fumble the ball. It's tough bid for Braintree. As Milton will take over. Can't get discouraged though, right?
Yeah, there was a good play, had the yardage, and ball just came out, especially when you have that giant committee, something like that, and then you have a early fumble. The next thing you know, you're in the doghouse pretty early.
And Milton's going to start with 2 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right. The quarterback for Milton, number 15, Chase Vaughn, the senior captain. And he's going to look, and he's going to hand it off real quickly. And they gain about 2 on the outside run. Milton will spread them out. As you saw, 4 receivers on the field there, and a running back flank to the quarterback's left. And you saw the quarterback fake the throw after.
Yeah, it looked like for a second it was going to be a pass based on the formation.
And they are going to run a high-tempo offense here. They're going to go trips to the right now of Vaughn. Vaughn working out of the gun. And he's going to take the snap. It looks like a read option type of thing. He's going to hand it off. And they gain about a yard. It'll bring up a 3rd and about 4 for the Wildcats. That was number 33 on the carry. That's Amari Marseman, the senior captain, running back and linebacker for the Wildcats. And Milton not huddling here, still staying with the no-huddle. High-tempo offense. Could wear down a defense, and that's why they do it. 3rd down and about 3. Quarterback takes a snap. He's going to hand it right back off to Marseman, and he might have gotten met right at the line. I don't think he got it. And it appears he's a yard short on their own 20. It could be a punt here. We'll see. Really close to a first down. And they did move the chains. Didn't quite look like he got it from up here.
Yeah, it looked like it might have been a yard short.
Looked like he was a yard or 2 short, but they give him the first down, and Milton continues to go with the high-tempo offense. Marseman to Vaughn's right. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Vaughn's going to take the snap, look to throw, flips it, dangerous throw, and almost intercepted. It was a dangerous throw. That was number 48, Richard Dever for Braintree, was right there. It was a dangerous throw, and that kind of throw, you got to throw it fast. Got to throw it in the line. He lofted it up there, left it out there to be intercepted, almost picked off there by Dever for Braintree, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Now, a little too much air. Ball just kept floating and then almost picked off.
Very dangerous throw there. There's Vaughn working out of the gun here. He's going to hand it off. It's Marseman. He's got a big hole, and he gets down to about the 27, 26-yard line, bring up a 3rd down for the Wildcats. Braintree sticking with that 3-man front here on the 3rd and manageable for Milton. See if a linebacker walks up. And they got some walking up a little bit. Vaughn going to take the snap. It's going to be a read option. He's got all day to run. Makes a move and picks up the first down to the 35. Milton's second first down on the drive. That has come on third down.
Yeah, they've really been moving the ball with the run game. Yet to be a run play that they've gotten stuffed at the line of scrimmage or lost any yards so far.
Both teams having early success running the ball in the middle. Not much to the outside, but Vaughn's going to take the snap, look to throw, has time, fires, dangerous throw again, a little low, and a good defense there by number 45 for Braintree. That's Matthew Maramay.
Up 2nd and 10 now. We're at just about 5 minutes left in the first. Braintree had a long drive to start, and now it looks like Milton's trying to get a long drive of their
happen
own.
when your team's not huddling. Milton yet to huddle. So that'll happen. That clock will bleed as they run this high-tempo offense. As Vaughn's going to flip it out to Marsman, looking for a hole, gets to the outside, picks up about 6, clock runs, and they actually spotted him short. Spotted him at about the 40. It looked like he landed about the 42. It was just him kind of falling maybe, but here we go, another third down as Braintree makes some substitutions here. See if they stick with the three-man front. They are going to. 3rd and 5 for Milton. And you can't have that.
Flag.
Cannot have that. I believe that was an offside on number 40. I think that was Perry Lane that jumped offsides.
Yeah, I think it was either him or McGurn. Both of them kind of moved.
See who went first. The best thing when it happens is both teams pointing at each other, saying, "You did it." It's my favorite thing. And it was, I think it was Lane on the outside there, defensive end number 40 that jumped off sides. And he gives them a free first down. Ball now at the 45. Braintree kind of beating themselves here. Not capitalizing on third down. I mean, that's certainly a big thing you need to do. And Milton now 3 for 3 on third down. On the drive, they haven't even passed midfield.
And unfortunately, crucial penalty on my guy, the Lane train there.
As Vaughn steps up, has all day to throw. He's got his outlet there. It's number 33. That's Marsman. He goes nowhere. Well read by the Braintree defense. I believe the first one there was number 83. That's Kevin McGurn, the senior captain.
Yeah, that's a loss of like 8 yards there.
Backs them up about 5. The original spot was the 35.
That was the 45. Another, lost 6 on that play. They're going to mark him at the 39.
Milton trying to make their first. So this is the longest they've taken between plays yet today, which is not saying much. With Braintree having the quarterback go to the sideline. We've got 3.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Braintree go with that 3-man front still. Here comes the blitz by number 42 for Braintree. He got to him. Oh, and a good move. And that looked like a hold, and there was no call. And Vaughn can run, and he picks up about 4. It certainly looked like a hold, and there it is. There's the flag. It looked like a hold on the blitz there from number 42, Joseph Alcore. We saw him walk up to the line. He blitzed right away. They didn't cover him, and it appeared there was definitely a hold. That'll back him up 10 yards if it is. It was a late call, but certainly looked like he was held. We'll see the indication here from the referee.
I believe it was a holding call.
I'm not sure what the confusion is here. Usually they only talk to the opposing coach of the penalty. And I don't think there was any flag.
Penalty against Milton. If they choose by Braintree, makes it 3rd down.
But they declined the penalty, which could make sense because it would have made it 2nd and long. This is now 3rd down, but with Milton being 3 for 3 on 3rd down, let's see if they can make it 4 for 4. Trips to the right for Milton. Vaughn with Marsman to his right. Obvious passing down here. Vaughn's going to look to throw, and he's got time. Tipped up in the air, and it was great defense there by the senior captain, McGurn. And it'll bring up a punting situation for Milton. We'll see what they do.
Perry Lane, he was applying the pressure on the QB. Block came just as he was about to get him.
For a drive that you let up 3 first downs, I mean, not letting them pass midfield, certainly a good drive for Braintree defensively. As Milton gets ready to punt it away. That's number 12, Owen McHugh with the punt. A good punt. Takes a Milton bounce down to about the 31-yard line, and that's where the Wamps will start their next drive. Braintree moved the ball effectively their first time they touched the ball.
Yeah, they got Tellier coming back. Is now, from the looks of it, a dog has made its way onto the field.
Oh, there is a dog on the field. And he's runs out of bounds at about the 42. Oh, look out. And there he goes. Across the 30 to the 25. And he stops at the 25. He cuts back upfield. He's running the wrong way at the 40, at the 45. He turns back around at the 40, the 30, the 25, and he's out of bounds at about the 20. As he keeps running. And he is loving it.
You don't see that every day.
And they give them the okay to go. As Tellier, it's hard to recoup after that. Flips it out to Johnson. Luongo. Luongo's got a hole, and he's got a first down. On the strong effort there, as the dog has been corralled over on the Milton sideline. You certainly do not see that every day.
Yeah, that last play, I think Milton was looking for a penalty because from the looks of it, Luongo had a handful of face mask on that.
On the stiff arm, it'll be 1st and 10 from the 45 for the Wamps. A good pickup on first down. Tellier still working. Motions Lee, hands it off to Brooks. Brooks will get about a yard. Going to bring up 2nd and 9.
And now passing about 2.5 minutes left. Both teams long first drives, and already we're near the end of the first.
Yeah, not much clock stopping, except for the dog.
Yeah, besides for penalties in the dog, the clock has been going for the most part.
Braintree breaks the huddle here. It'll be Brooks to Tellier's left. Motion man left to right is Luongo. Tellier's going to take it. Looked to pitch it, it looked, but he's going to take it himself, get out of bounds. And they might throw a flag on that. I don't think you can do that. And the Braintree sideline didn't like that one. Always an emphasis in football of not touching the quarterback, especially when you don't have to hit him. And that certainly looked extra. He was clearly going out of bounds. No flag called. And it'll bring up 3rd and 7 for Braintree.
This would be a passing down because I mean it's
You would
3rd
think.
and 7. Yeah, you'd think.
One would think it would be a passing down here, right? Johnson and Grieve, the wingbacks here. The motion man is Johnson, the rocket motion behind him. He's going to flip to Johnson. Johnson looking for the outside, and he's got it, and he's got first down and about 3 more yards, and he'll move the chains for Braintree. So they're starting to run it well to the outside.
That's kind of what we've been waiting for the most part of the first, because during the games this year, we know that Francisco Johnson, he has that speed on the outside. He's had many big gains during home games and also away games as well.
Ball at the 41 here. Tellier going to work out of the empty set. Motion man is Grieve, and he's going to hand it off to Grieve. Grieve looking for the outside, stutters a little bit, and he's got about 3 yards. We'll bring up 2nd down, clock down at 25 seconds. I don't think Braintree's going to run another play here. They might be content heading into the second quarter. They'll flip sides. We'll see. They are going to break the huddle. See if they get the play off. Clock down to 10 seconds here.
Yeah, I don't think they are.
They're not going to run it. I didn't think they would run a play there. No point in rushing it. And that'll do it for the first quarter. We are tied here at 0 apiece. And they're going to switch sides here. Good start for Braintree in the first quarter.
Now, both offensively and defensively. I mean, the fumble early on kind of killed the momentum of their first drive, but they're able to have a strong defensive drive, even though it did take a lot of time off of the clock. The at the same time, Milton barely got over midfield and resulted in a punt.
Yeah, right. And the big thing about that fumble is, you never want to lose momentum, especially on the first drive of the game. And Braintree didn't let it get to them. The momentum clearly could have been in Milton's favor. You get 3 first downs on one drive. You recover a big fumble. Braintree kept their heads up and didn't let it beat them. And now they got the ball in Milton territory. As they get set, they switch sides. The ball will be on the left hash here. It'll be Garrity on the short side field. Grieve on the outside hash, outside the numbers. Johnson, the lone wingback. Tellier working with Brooks to his left. He's going to take the snap, and he's going to look to throw. Steps up, has time, looking for Garrity. Lets it float a little bit. Caught by Garrity, and that's a touchdown for Braintree. And the Wamps strike first, and they jump on top 6-0. The senior captain, Cameron Garrity, in the catch with double coverage. Braintree takes a lead, 6-0.
Yeah, he had barely any room to get that, and he still did. What a catch.
Window there by Tellier. And that's a momentum. And there's the band. There's the band. It makes it all better, right?
Yep.
This is their favorite song, the touchdown song. As it'll be number 30 for Braintree. Manak Bahaname to attempt the extra point, make it a 7-0 game. Garrity the holder.
I think number 30 is Sean O'Rourke. There's a number change later on in the year.
Snaps good, holds good, pressure off the edge, and O'Rourke's got it. 7-0 Braintree. And Garrity tries to give the fans something to cheer about there as he raises his hands in the air as Braintree strikes first on the first play of the second quarter. It goes for 6 for Braintree. We got some music in between the scoring here. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. The stands are really starting to fill up here. Great thing to see.
Yeah, it's always good when it's Thanksgiving and you see almost a full thing of bleachers for both sides. Milton, even though they got the smaller bleachers,
they're packed in there like sardines. And it will be O'Rourke to kick off for Braintree, kick it back deep from the 40-yard line.
Yeah, also one thing to mention that we really haven't mentioned on the air is one of the guys on the sidelines that you see a lot of his work after the games, Brian Kelly, or BK as we call him.
Yeah, the hardest working man in photography. There's a squib kick by Braintree taken out to about the 40-yard line by Milton. And if you're just joining us here, please remember we are streaming live on YouTube and BCam TV, live on Comcast Channel 9 and Verizon Channel 28. And we thank you for making us a part of your Thanksgiving. I'm Justin Turpin, joined by TJ Chamberlain. Braintree leads 7-0 here, 11:46 to go in the second quarter. Milton coming out for their second drive of the game. And it will be the senior captain, Vaughn, back at quarterback. Marsman to his right, motion man's number 5. That's Aiden Finesca. And the toss to Marsman goes for about 4 or 5 yards. Brings up second down.
That'd be a gain of, I believe, about 2 or 3 yards on that. Maybe. Oh wait, they gave him 5 on that.
Yes, 5 yards. And it'll be trips to the left here for Vaughn. Marsman to his left also. See if they do a little screen here. Oh, and he drops a snap coming off the edge of Lane, and he got him. Dumps him back at the original line to gain. Brings up 3rd and long for Milton. On the dropped snap from Vaughn, Braintree takes advantage of it. Lane gets in there quickly. 3rd and 10.
I've been waiting for that all year. The Lane train finally gets a sack
I think
at
that
home.
will go down as a sack. For Perry Lane, number 40. As they're going to go trips left, they're going to come out with that same formation. Trips to the left, Marksman also to the left of Vaughn. We'll see if they run that screen or they throw it. 3rd and 10. You've got to think they're throwing here at their own 40 for a team that likes to throw the ball especially. Vaughn walks up. He's going to take the snap. He's going to look to throw. Fires and dropped. Dropped by number 4, Aiden Finesca. Hit him right in the hands. Just a bad drop there. And that'll bring up 4th down. And it seems like the punting team is coming out for Milton.
I've also thinking of it now. I think we got a little bit of a scoreboard error. It says 4th and 40.
Clock's still
the
right.
scoreboard.
Clock
Yep.
does stop on the incompletion. 7-0 still. 10:28 to go, and Milton keeps the punt team out there. It'll be number 12, Owen McHugh, again, his 2nd punt of the game. Line drive punt, out of bounds around the 40-yard line. Number 9 there, KJ Beckett got up looking for a hold. Thought it was just a good hit, and that's why he didn't get it. As Braintree starts their 3rd drive of the game here, coming off the long touchdown to Garrity. Braintree will take over at about the 39-yard line.
First and 10 now coming up. Braintree to get another score early, that would easily put them, well, momentum-wise, in a good spot.
Exactly. Brooks will be to Tellier's right. Motion man is Lee on the rocket motion behind him. He's going to pitch to Lee. Lee looking for the outside, and he gains about a yard. Lee to the outside again. Not having too much success running the ball to the outside. The ball will be on the short side of the field on the right hash mark. Could be an opportunity to get some open field for Garrity if they want to split him out wide to the left on the wide side of the field. Tellier gets the commands. Braintree breaks the huddle. And we'll see. Garrity will be on the short side. Split out to the right. So see if they use that wide side to their advantage here. Maybe motion Luongo that way. Luongo's the motion man. And it's going to be a double reverse to the short side. Lee goes nowhere. Try to catch Milton sleeping a little bit, and it'll bring up a 3rd and long for Braintree. Ball will still be spotted at that right hash mark, so 3rd and 9 here. See if Braintree uses that wide side this time. When you got a guy like Garrity or Johnson, playmakers.
Yeah, and also McGurn.
Space. And McGurn. But McGurn more was a tight end. And Garrity will be out there on the far side of the field with Brooks. Tellier's going to go empty set here. Grieve the lone wing back with Johnson. Tellier's going to take the snap, look to throw, has time, and he gets dumped. And the first one there was number 7. That's Liam McLaughlin. And it was cleaned up by number 78 for Milton, Cameron Pina. And that'll bring up 4th and long for Braintree, and the Wamps will punt. Tellier's had some good time all day to throw the ball. Really the first time Milton's been able to get after him. As Braintree gets set to punt it away, it'll be Tellier doing the punting duties.
They got 2 guys back.
Two guys back at about the 45. So see if Tellier can get it over their heads, and he almost did. Fielded by number 4, breaks the tackle. That's number 4 is Aiden Finesca, and he gets into Braintree territory, down to about the 47, and that's where Milton will take over. 8:10 to go here. Braintree leaving 7-0. Remember, we're streaming live on YouTube and BCam TV, live on Comcast channel 9 and Verizon channel 28.
Yeah, and Finesca's down after that last play.
Right in front of his bench. Seems like the coach is going to help him up. Let's see. Ball is at the 46 here. And the stands are full now. Completely full here.
Yeah, we also got some Braintree football alumni with their own section.
Oh yeah,
What it looks
I got
like.
my Letterman jacket on today. It's warm. It's nice and warm. Not that I really need it today. 50 degrees, perfect football weather. See, you see some short sleeves, which you usually do for football, but Finesca now up into the bench. And Milton takes over. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Motion man is number 5. Vaughn's going to hand it off to Marshman. Marshman looking for a hole, breaking some tackles, spinning down, and he's still up. Looked like he was down, but that's a first down for the senior captain, Amari Marshman. Running hard. They love to run to him. Braintree leading 7-0 here. 8 minutes to go. Vaughn back with Marshman to his left. Vaughn's going to take the snap, look to throw. Has time, looking deep, and it's too high. Incomplete. There was 2 men in coverage. He was looking for number 1, Shane Olson. And there was 2 Wamps there, and Vaughn missed the spot. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, for a second it looked like it might have been able to get to it just a little bit off the mark on that long throw from the QB.
Ball on the right hash here. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right again. Marshman to Vaughn's left. Motions a man right to left. Hand off to Marshman. He's got a hole and he's got room to run down to about the 15-yard line. And he gets a little taunt after. And you see the head official coming in. And guarantee you know what he's saying. Young man.
Yeah.
And that's a first down. No, they're very heavy against the taunting.
Yeah.
So it's part of the game. You know, you get up with the little enthusiasm here as they're going to stick with the same formation. Vaughn looks to throw. Bubble screen out left. Has good block there by number 1, that's Olson. And number 12, that's Owen McHugh, takes it inside the 5 for Milton. And they'll bring up a 2nd down. And I believe Milton can still get a first down. The line to gain would be about the 3-yard line.
I think there might be like a yard or so.
And they
short.
did give him the first down.
Yeah.
So that is a first down inside the 5 here. First down actually about the 2-yard line. Vaughn's going to stay in the gun here. Marshman to his left. Vaughn's going to hand it off to Marshman. Marshman trying to break some tackles out. Corey was there, and he goes nowhere. Gets dumped backwards at about the 6. First one there from Braintree was number 54. That's Brian Keeney. Bring up 2nd down and goal.
Yeah, when your opponent's at your goal line, and that's probably when you have to play some very tight defense. Braintree goes to play some very tight defense, and on that play, was able to get a loss of yardage from Milton.
Gotta think this is going back to Marshman here. And they're gonna have Vaughn gonna go out and check with number 12, Owen McHugh. Marshman to his left. They do have a wingback back there now. And they are going to hand it off to Marshman, and he goes nowhere again. It was Al Corey, number 42. And on the tackle, 3rd down and goal for Milton.
Loss of 2 on that.
Bumped them back to about the 7. They had 1st and goal at the 3. Braintree's defense standing tall here. They make some substitutions here. Marshman will stay in the backfield with Vaughn. Got to watch number 4 here. Aiden Finesca back in for Milton. They're going to go right back to Marshman. And he breaks some tackles down. And he's in for the touchdown. And they went right back to him. They called his number again. 3 straight plays for Marshman. And that was the Amari Marshman drive for Milton. As they make it 7-6 here with 5:19 to go in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, they were feeding him the ball, which is kind of perfect because Zeke Elliott plays today, and now it's going to feed him the ball. That's what Milton was doing.
That's exactly what it looked like. There was the Amari Marshman drive, like I said, and they're going to go with the muddle huddle to the left here. For those of you that don't know, as they could shift, the center stays put. They can run a play out of that, technically, with everyone on the line, but they are going to switch it more. And number 8, Jack Finnegan to kick. Kick is up, and the kick is good. And that'll make it 7-7 here with 5:19 to go in the first half. Good move there by number 73, S.O. Curtis for Braintree. Lane had his head down a little bit. Curtis went up to him and picked his chin up. You know, that's senior leadership, and S.O.'s always been a great kid with that.
Yeah.
As they play the Darth Vader theme here. Do we hear this?
Yeah. We hearing it from up here.
This is awesome, man. But that student section over there really starting to fill up for Braintree.
Yeah. And tons of people that have graduated within the coming couple years, and including people that have played against Milton. Among them, a lot of guys that you played with. Matt Berry among them.
It is. A lot of my former teammates down there. It'll be great to see them after the game. But we got a bigger task at hand here as Braintree will get set to take the ball back from Milton. Johnson and Garrity back deep for the Wamps. And getting set to kick off from Milton is Jack Finnegan, who just made the extra point. As Finnegan walks up and he's going to boot it away, and a good kick. And Garrity's going to field it on a bounce at about the 6, looking for some room, and he's got nothing at about the 20-yard line, so not a bad return, considering the ball bounced at about the 10-yard line. 10-yard return for Garrity, and it'll be, if we hear some whistles, it was number 32 for Braintree. That's Stephen Luongo, a little slow to get up. So he walks back to the sideline. Braintree will start their next drive here. At the 20. Ball on the right hash again here. It'll be Grieve and Lee are the wing backs. Grieve with the motion man to Tellier's going to pitch it behind him. Grieve looking for a hole, and he goes nowhere. Lost about a yard there. It will be a loss.
It would be a loss of a yard, but they're going to say no gain on that play.
Lost maybe one, maybe lost nothing there. There's a clock at 4:50 to go here. Ball on the Braintree's 19-yard line. Garrity will be split out wide to the left, outside the numbers. Tellier motions Lee right to left. Tellier's going to keep it himself, looking for a hole. He lost the ball. I believe he lost the ball, and it's recovered by Milton. Braintree's second fumble, almost the exact spot. This time in their own territory. Now Milton automatically with the red zone opportunity. Ball security been a problem for Braintree early on here.
Yeah, now gives Milton really good field possession.
1st and 10 at the 20 now.
Yep. Not what you
For
want to
Milton.
see.
Another tough one for Braintree. Got to hold on to the ball. It's 1st and 10 from the 20. Marsman will stay behind Vaughn. Vaughn is going to hand it off to Marsman on a little delayed handoff, and a good jumping effort by Perry Lane there, number 40. Clock down to 4:20 to go.
Yeah, Lane got on his back. That's throwing kind of the Garrity, I think that might have been.
Yeah,
slow to get up.
Cam Garrity, a little slow to get up. Appears to be shaking it off, and he's going to stay in. It'll be 2nd and 5 from the 15 for Milton. Trying to cash in on the opportunity here on the lost ball. Trips right. Marsman to Vaughn's right. Vaughn's going to hand it off to Marsman, and it appears he had enough for a first down.
And a flag.
But there's a flag down.
Flag on the play, and picked up another 5 yards.
Let's see what the flag is. Might have been a hold. If you see it usually on the line of scrimmage, it's typically what it is. See if they go over to the head coach, Brian Chamberlain, here. Coming over to him, so it is against Milton.
And it's likely going to be a hold.
And it is a hold. So that'll back him up 10 yards. Or it is a spot foul, I'm sorry. Spot foul, so it'll be 2nd and about 11 for Milton. At the 22, Vaughn with Marshman to his right. Vaughn's going to take the snap, back to throw. Steps up, has time, steps to his left. Still got his eyes downfield. There's totally a man downfield. Can't have that. And the pass is broken up by Johnson. No flag with about 3 men downfield for Milton.
Yeah,
Should have been a loss of down. It should have been a penalty and a loss of down for the Wildcats. I think half their offensive line was down the field. With 3 minutes and 36
I'm
seconds
surprised
to
there
go
wasn't.
here. I think that was beyond obvious.
Yeah.
They were down there like receivers. I think the line thought Vaughn had left. And miscalled there by the officials because that's a penalty and a loss of down. Would bring up about a 3rd and 16. Instead, it's going to be a 3rd and 11.
If I wouldn't be surprised if the ref was hearing it from, well, my old man down there.
I wouldn't be surprised either. Trips to the right here, and Milton's going to take a timeout.
Milton.
Yeah, I can't imagine your old man being too happy about that one on that missed call.
We've got just about 3.5 minutes left till the half. 7-7 game as of now. 3rd and 11 coming up for Milton, and
Big down for Braintree.
well, big down for both teams because if Milton doesn't get it, there's a chance they might try to go for a field goal, but at the same time,
Yeah,
normally long range.
I don't
field
know
goals.
the leg that Jack Finnegan has, but this would be a long attempt for a high school game if they can get after him. Right now, if they get a stop on no gain, it would be about a 28, 29, 30-yard field goal, somewhere in between there. So still not a give me. Definitely not a give me. Nothing's a give me. But the weather is good for kicking. Good kicking conditions today on this Thanksgiving. As Milton breaks the huddle. We'll see if they go with a little screen here. You know, they've been known to do some screens in the past. Haven't really seen one yet. We've seen a bubble screen out wide to the left. We'll see if they do it. And there it is. Vaughn on the flat. And there's another man downfield. Number 73 was downfield. Pass is incomplete and a pass interference is called. He missed it again. Number 73, Isaiah Hassel, the senior captain, was 6 yards downfield.
Yeah,
No flag at the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a pass interference against Braintree, and they missed it again. That's going to be a 1st and goal from the 1 yard line, and again, it should be offsetting penalties.
Yeah, so right now we really should be looking at 4th and 11.
There's back-to-back plays where they have had about 6 men downfield.
Yeah, and Baker, the senior, he's not.
And they might have
he's not
called
happy.
it. They might have called it here. Not sure what's going on here. If it's a pass interference, puts them on the goal line because it occurred in the end zone. Maybe they did get the...
Right now they're saying it's 4th and 11.
The sticks say 3rd and about 1. The referee says play ball, so we're going to go with a 3rd and 1. Maybe they did call it. Vaughn's going to give it to Marshman, who's got enough for the first down, it appears on first glance. And if this spot is true, Milton will have a chance for a first down. It'll be at about the 1.5 yard line. See, no, they are going to drop the chain. So no first down, so it means he is inside the 10-yard line. 1st and goal for Milton, 3:15 to go. Tied here at 7 apiece. Vaughn gets the calls from head coach Steve Dombrowski.
Dombrowski.
He's been around for a little while over there in Milton.
Yeah, this matchup, it's safe to say it's kind of like a meeting of the minds.
It sure is. As Amari Marshman to Vaughn's left, Vaughn's going to look to throw. He's got his man on the out route, and that's a touchdown from Milton. That's number 5, Dylan McKenzie, who ran a short little out to the left. And Braintree left them uncovered.
For Milton.
And that's a touchdown from Milton as they jump on top 13-7, barring the extra point.
And that's the extra point unit.
As they get that muddle huddle again, so they can snap it out of this. It wouldn't be very wise because you would have somebody running all the way in. But Finnegan to kick. Trying to make it a 7-point Milton lead. Kick is up, and the kick is good.
So
And
now
for the
14.
second time today, a Braintree fumble. Leads to a good Milton drive. This time result in points as Milton jumps on top 14-7, 2:45 to go here in the first half. And we got the band. And there's now people all along that fence down the right.
Yeah, we are packed here today at Alumni Stadium.
Braintree will have 2 minutes and 46 seconds to work here. Definitely want to score because Milton gets the ball in the second half. Something to remember, Milton won the toss and deferred. So Milton could have a 2-for-1 opportunity if Braintree goes 3 and out quick, which would be a big change because it's 14-7 right now. If they can get a stop and score, they'd have another chance to score. So definitely a big drive for Braintree with Milton set to get the ball back.
I was about to say Milton's going to get the ball back in the start of the third. So this is probably the most you got to make it here.
As Finnegan kicks it off deep, it's going to be picked up by Garrity. Garrity looking for a hole, running hard, and it gets out to about the 22, 21 yard line. And that's where Braintree will take over. And there's a flag down.
On the play, ball is returned.
Didn't quite see anything go on there.
7:25.
See what the flag is for. Appears the ref's going to move him forward. The way he's facing. As he comes over to. No, it's a block in the back on Braintree. So they'll back the Wamps up.
Sounds like a nice shot against Braintree.
So put Braintree deeper inside their own zone here. 2:41 to work with. They're going to back them all the way up. That's a big penalty. All the way back to the 14-yard line.
First down to one for 2:41 in the first half.
As Braintree breaks the huddle, Grieve will be split out to the right. Garrity to the left. It'll be Brooks to Tellier's right. Johnson, the wingback. Motion man is Johnson. And he's going to give it to Johnson, the rocket motion. Johnson looking for the outside, and he's got nothing. Pushed out of bounds there by number 33. That's Amari Marsman. It's been the Amari Marsman show today, huh?
Yeah, both offensively and defensively. He seems to be everywhere at once.
And that's why he's a captain. So it'll be 2nd and 10 for Braintree. Clock continues to trickle down to about 2 minutes and 12 seconds. Braintree trying to work quick here. They're going to have to. And it'll be a timeout for Braintree.
Timeout taken by Braintree.
Well, Braintree trying to move the ball quickly here. They do have 2 timeouts, but definitely could be a passing drive for the Wamps.
Yeah, they're already deep in their own territory, almost at their own goal line.
You do not want to give Milton the chance to score and get the ball back, like I alluded to.
Yep.
Could really make this put this game out of control if they are able to get the 2-for-1. And I know TJ, more than anyone's hoping for Thanksgiving win for Braintree.
Yeah, that would be lovely.
Doesn't want to have to deal with the old man all day on a loss.
Yeah, especially Thanksgiving.
You know how much he cares about it.
Yeah, Especially, I remember it was the game of 2017. Like we were coming back in the second half, and then almost had a chance to win that. He took that loss pretty hard.
Well, still plenty of ball left here as Tellier takes the snap, and he is going to look to throw, fires. He's got Garrity. Garrity on the stop. Makes the catch close to the first down, and I think he got it on the spot. They are going to move the chains, going to move it quickly. Referee calls for the clock to stop as they reset the chains. First down, and he says wind the clock. Inside 2 minutes here, ball at the 26. 27, I'm sorry. Braintree going to move quick here. Strains are huddling up, and
Yeah.
I mean, going to go with the 2 minute
you-
drill here. So they're going to go 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right.
Now, you normally would want to just get to the line of scrimmage quick.
Motion man is Grieve, and there's a flag.
Ball
False
start.
start on the offense. I believe it was Grieve on the false start. And the clock down to 1 minute and 26 seconds here. Braintree has the traditional way of the quarterback coming to the sideline to get the play. With the 2 minutes, really wastes a lot of time.
Yeah.
Precious time here. Again, you want to get something before Milton can gets the ball back in the second half. Grieve and Johnson, the wing backs. 2 receivers to Tellier's left. Tellier takes a snap. He's going to look to throw. He fires. Almost intercepted. Passes behind Garrity. And that brings up a 3rd down and 15 for the Wamps. Excuse me, 2nd down.
Yeah, that was off 2 Milton players' hands.
Almost intercepted. Dangerous throw there. He was looking for Garrity, obviously his number 1 target. 2nd and 15. Clock at 1 minute and 7 seconds here. Clock does stop on the incompletion, so Braintree can take their time to an extent. Obviously still a play clock. Tellier takes a snap. He is going to look to throw. Garrity has one-on-one, but he had the safety help. Dumps it off to Brooks. Brooks gets back to about the line of gain, maybe a yard more. It brings up 3rd and 9. Under a minute to go here, down to 55 seconds. Braintree going to keep huddling. Tellier chatting it up with Chamberlain on the sideline.
Also, that was Brooks's. I believe that was his first touch since the fumble in the first.
I believe you're right on that, as we got 39 seconds to go here. See if Braintree just tries to kind of run this clock down. Obviously, scoring a touchdown here, not as realistic. Down to 30 seconds. He's going to take his time. Rocket motion Grieve. He's going to flip it out to Grieve. Grieve looking for a hole, and he's got one. A good run there. And he'll bring up a 4th down, though, and see if Milton takes a timeout. And they do. Clock stops here. So Milton probably going to send the house on the punt. Maybe Braintree doesn't punt it here, because they know it's coming. So maybe just kind of run it to the outside and then play the prevent defense is what I could definitely see that happening here.
Yeah, right now this is going to go either way. Either they're going to stay out and go for it, or they're going to just punt it and try to waste the last 15.8 seconds on the clock.
Only thing is with the punt is, if they're going to bring the pressure. They're going to bank on they're not going to bank on the offense to score. It's going to be trying to make a special teams impact here. We'll see what they do. See if Braintree puts out the punt team.
From the looks of it, they
It looks
are.
like it is the punt team. So might have Tellier just kick this really quick. So we'll see. Definitely seems like the pressure's coming here. And well blocked by Braintree. Tellier gets the kick off. And out of bounds. Perfect execution by Braintree there. And the clock now at 10 seconds. And Milton will need to go about 60 yards in 10 seconds. So
Yeah, they're probably just going to take a knee.
I wouldn't be surprised if they took the knee. Up 14-7, getting the ball back. No point in risking it. So we'll see. Braintree will play back here for sure. Vaughn comes. This is the first time they've huddled all game. That was a huddle. Weird to see from them. And he is going to be out of the shotgun. Maybe he'll just take the knee out of the shotgun, which you can do. Just goes down as a big loss. 10 seconds to go here. Maybe a screen pass, too. You haven't seen much. And they're just going to run it to Marsman. Marsman, big carry. Referee got in the way. Zebra in the way as Marsman gets to the 40-yard line with a second left. So now it's in Hail Mary territory. And we saw Braintree lost on a Hail Mary to your Stoughton.
Yeah, that happened earlier in the season. And, of course, the guy that did catch that touchdown that whole week, that was one of the guys that I was telling them, you got to look out for him. He's about my height and he's more athletic. And he ended up scoring the game-winning touchdown.
Ball will be at the 39 here on the right hash. They are going to go trips to the right. One receiver to the left. Vaughn takes a snap. Braintree sends three. Well blocked. Vaughn's going to get it to the end zone. It got there. Got behind the secondary and intercepted by Garrity. Picked off, and we will head to the half. And the first half comes to an end. Braintree down 14-7 to Milton. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back with more second half action after this.
You might feel like there's too many problems in the world, or that, you as a 15-year-old, 16-year-old can't really make a difference.
It's not always about you. It's not just one person. It's a group. It's a team. If we all show up together, that's what it's all about.
I was a part of helping to build what it is today.
I'm really lucky to get to be a part of that legacy.
Just that simple act that takes, 5 or 10 minutes of your time is making a difference and is transforming someone else's life.
Once you get there and realize how much you can change someone's life, it's one of the best feelings in the world.
I'd do anything to convince you just to be a part of this.
You guys keep doing what you're doing. It's something special.
Get up and try something. Just try it. Just go to one event, one action team event.
It'll just make you feel so good about yourself.
Everybody scream! Follow the leader, follow the leader. 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 I'm small, you wanna jump and wait. I'm small, you wanna jump and wait. Let me go, 1, get ready to jump. 2, get ready to jump. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Jump away, jump away, jump away. Jump, jump, jump. The room is on fire. We don't wanna let the burn. Come on. Follow the leader, follow the leader. 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 Now. Nice job, girls.
Welcome back to the second half of this Thanksgiving matchup between Milton and Braintree. Milton leads 14-7. I'm Justin Turpin, joined by TJ Chamberlain. Want to remind you guys we're streaming live on YouTube and BCam TV, live on Comcast on Channel 9, Verizon Channel 28, and we thank you for letting us be part of your Thanksgiving as the kick is away, and Milton will start their drive at the 35-yard line here.
Yeah, first half, thing is, one thing that I kind of a takeaway for Braintree is how Milton kind of capitalized off both of the fumbles, the fumble from Taylor resulting in points and the fumble by Brooks
Yes.
resulting in a long drive.
Yep.
So one of the keys to victory for Braintree is try to have as much ball security as possible.
Ball security always a big one here as Marspin's going to take the run, and Lane was there.
Lane train.
Immediately. The lane train, as TJ calls him. He was all over Amari Marspin, who's had a big game so far, and tackles him for a loss. It'll bring up second and about 11. Came unblocked off that back edge.
Yeah, he came in full head of steam and just got to the running back.
And Milton continuing that high tempo offense here. Vaughn with Marspin to his left. Vaughn's going to take the snap, steps up, has time, fires over the middle, wide open. He's got his man. That's Luke Salmon, who gets, and he's making moves down out of bounds at the 35-yard line. You know what they call that, TJ? The yak. Yards after the catch there, and that's what he had plenty of. That was Luke Salmon, the junior wideout for Milton, who made some moves after the play and moves the chains down to the 35 of Braintree, 1st and 10 Milton.
Yeah, he had plenty of space on that catch, just almost on his own island when he caught that.
Motion man is number 5. That's Dylan McKenzie. He's going to flip it out to McKenzie. Great job by McGurn there. He was blocked by number 4, Salmon, who just made the catch, broke his hands, made the tackle. That's a textbook play there by Kevin McGurn, the senior captain. As he puts some, it'll be second down from the Braintree 32. Marspin behind Vaughn. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Vaughn hands it off to Marspin on the outside handoff. Marspin looking for a hole. He got close to the first down. Might have got it. There seems to be some extracurricular back there with El Corre and number 18, Andrew McHugh. It's been a pretty clean game so far on both sides. You know, these rivalry games sometimes get a little chippy. Not so far today. It'll be 3rd and short. 3rd and about 3 for Milton. Vaughn with Marspin to his left. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Vaughn's going to flip it out on the quick bubble screen. Nobody there for Braintree. And that's a 1st down and more for Milton. And there's that screen we've been talking about. Nobody was there for that bubble screen. And that's a 1st down. That was number 4, Aiden Finesca.
I left him wide open on that, but he ended up getting the first.
Got the 1st down, and they still can get another one here. Ball will be at the 16-yard line, so they can get a 1st down at about the 6. Marspin to Vaughn's right. Soft coverage in the middle again for Braintree. He's going to flip it out to Marspin. Marspin makes a man miss, breaking tackles, and he gets near the 10 tackles made by Garrity. 9 minutes and 20 seconds remain here.
Yeah, it's about 4 or 5 yards on that.
It'll be 2nd down for Milton.
Oh, they're going to give him only 2.
Motion man is number 5. That's Dylan McKenzie. Vaughn's going to take the snap. He's going to flip it out to McKenzie on that same play they just ran. Good open field tackle there for Braintree. Can't quite see the number, but that was a great open field tackle. And really saved the touchdown. He gets by him. There was no one else there. I think it was number 48 for Braintree. That's Richard Dever. 3rd and short for Milton. Inside the 10 now. Line to gain the 6. Clock at 8.5 to go. Vaughn with Marspin to his right. And there's somebody jumped. Looks like they're going to back him up 5. And Braintree jumped for the 2nd time today. Braintree has given Milton a 1st down on 3rd down. Just a free 1st down. That's the 2nd time they've done it. And I can tell you, your old man's not too happy about that one. That's a killer. You know, you have a big 3rd down. Now they're inside the 5 with a 1st and goal.
Yeah, especially with a chance there, a stop could have just held them to a field goal.
You know what they always say? It's when the D-line jumps off sides, they say the ball's right in front of you. Just look down, right? Marston will be next to Vaughn. They're going to stay with the split-out offense. Hands off to Marsman. Marsman tackled by a host of Braintree defenders at about the 2. Something tells me they're going to go right back to Marsman.
Yeah, though I think they might credit the tackle possibly to Brooks, because Brooks immediately got to him. Was able to get around the waist.
We'll see what they do here. One thing to note, Milton hasn't gone under center once today. And they are going to stick working on the gun here. See if they go back to Marshman. They go right back to him. Oh, Vaughn took it himself on the fake handoff. And he goes nowhere either. 3rd and goal from the 3. 7:20 to go here in the second half. Milton on top of Braintree, 14-7.
And they might try to do a screen.
We've seen the bubble screen work twice this drive. We'll see if they do it. I wouldn't be surprised. Like I said, they go right back to Marshman. This is something they did earlier in the game where they just kind of fed him on the goal line. He switches his side. Never mind. Tells him never mind. If they check at the line here. 3rd and goal. Vaughn takes it, flips it out to Marshman. Wide open, untouched. Big hit at the goal line by Johnson, but he was already in for the touchdown. And Milton jumps on top 20-7 on a clever play call there. As you've seen, Vaughn has used his legs a couple times today. He flips it out on the option play, and that's a touchdown for Milton.
I think that's the 2nd or 3rd touchdown for their running back, Marsman.
He's had a big game on the defensive side as well. As they go in the muddle huddle again, they're going to switch it back. And there's a flag, which usually is an illegal procedure, as things can get tricky on those muddle huddles. And I think that's what happened. Illegal procedure, so they are going to back him up 5 yards. So this could be a big thing to note. You know, it makes the extra point a lot longer. And it'll be Finnegan to kick for Milton. Snap good, holds down, kick is up, and the kick is high, and it is good. And it hits spectator right in the noggin back there. And Milton jumps on top, 21-7. Braintree set to get the ball back here. So it'd be a good time for a big return here from one of their 2 best players, skill players, back there, in Garrity and Johnson.
Kind of hard to think what Milton's going to do. They're going to set it in the air. They're going to try like a squib.
Yeah, see if they try a squib, not let them get the ball, kick it right up the middle there. Oh, they do kick it deep, and it'll be a touchback. Smart move by Gary to let it roll out of the back of the end zone for the touchback, and that's where Braintree will take over. And they'll take over at the 20.
There's 6:48 left in the 3rd. And Braintree's got to make up some ground this drive.
Got to start moving a little more for Braintree here. Ball in the middle of the field, right in the 20. Garrity out for Braintree as they go to more of their 3-back set here. Tellier under center. He's going to hand it off right to Brooks. And he goes nowhere. Got about a yard. If that. 2nd down for the Wamps. Braintree breaks the huddle here. Sticking with the 3-back set. Extra tight ends. 2 tight ends, 3 running backs, and Tellier under center. He's going to hand it off quickly, and a good run there by Luongo, who got close to the first down, and I think he got it by about a yard.
Good for first down. Up to the 33-yard line.
Yep, they are going to give it to him.
First down, clock down to 6 minutes now. Braintree got to move a little quicker. Staying with this 2 tight end, 3 running back set. Tellier going to hand it off to Brooks. Now Brooks on a good carry. Picks up about 3. It's Braintree moving the ball well here. Just maybe not what you exactly need, you know, these long drives when you're down by 2 possessions.
Second and 7.
Back under center for Tellier. He's going to hand it off. And it was Luongo close to the first down. Brings it up a 3rd and manageable.
I think most likely it's going to be a 3rd and 1 coming up.
First down.
Oh, they're going to give him it.
We got those 7 with the first down. Ball on the 42-yard line.
Clock within 5 minutes now. Braintree going to keep just running it down Milton's throat is what it appears. As he's going to give it. It's Luongo. And another 4 or 5 yard gain for Braintree. It's working. It's just taking a lot of time. That's all. As Luongo gets up and says, let's go. We got to move.
There's going to be, I believe, a 2nd and 4 possibly coming up. And now
And the
there's
ball
flag.
is something. Somebody kicked the ball. I'm not sure what happened there. So the clock stops. And they respot it. So it's not windy, so the ball didn't move. And someone must have accidentally kicked it. Tellier hands off quickly to Luongo. Ball's
lost
out.
it.
And another fumble recovered by Milton. For the 3rd time today, Braintree coughs it up. And Milton recovers.
Covered by Milton.
Wow.
They had 2 in the first half, and then that last play from Luongo.
And it's the ball security, obviously, always a big part of the game, and certainly cannot have that 3rd fumble of the game by Braintree, all of which have been recovered by Milton. Oftentimes, when you win the turnover battle, you win the game. Milton now up 3-0 in the turnover differential. As Vaughn will be with Marsman to his right. Ball right at about the 48-yard line of Braintree. Motion man is McKenzie. Vaughn's going to take the snap. He's got McKenzie wide open, but he's going to look up on the wheel route and a dot. What a throw there by Vaughn. Caught by number 33, Amari Marsman. As the show continues.
The Marsman
for
game.
Marsman. And they do give the player a game award. And if Milton stays on top, it certainly looks like that'll be going in Marsman's hands with the game he is having. And a great throw there by Vaughn. Hit him right in the chest on the wheel route. And that'll be a first down for Milton. Inside the Braintree 20 at the 18.
Chase Vaughn scoring the football today for Milton.
Marsman will get a break. It'll be number 23, Joseph Pender, checking in for Milton. Vaughn fires. He's got his man wide open. He just did a little sit route, wide open. Nobody there. Inside the 5-yard line, 1st and goal. That was Finesca. Nobody there. He just did a little sit and made some more yards after the carry. There's Milton trying to go up 28-7 here with the touchdown. If you're just joining us, we're streaming live on YouTube and BCam TV, live on Comcast Channel 9 and on Verizon Channel 28. 1st and goal for Milton. Motion man's McKenzie. Vaughn hands it off. Up the middle. It's 23. Just came in, and that's going to be a hold. You saw it right thrown at the line of scrimmage. McGurn was held. They're going to back him up. So let's not get ahead of ourselves in the touchdown celebrations. As McGurn clearly held, they're going to back it up.
Holding indicated against Milton. Move the ball back.
Remains first down. Not a loss of down on a hold, so it'll stay first down. Just a lot further back. 10-yard penalty. Goes from a touchdown and you back them all the way up to the 18-yard line as the clock winds here. 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Milton on top, 21-7. Marshman's still out for Milton. It's still Pender to Vaughn's right. Trips to the left. See if the off man, number 5, Dylan McKenzie, motions to the right, left to right. Vaughn takes a snap, looks to throw, has time, steps up. Pressure was on by Lane, and he's got his man wide open. And there he is again. That's Aiden Finesca. And they get all the penalty yardage back, and they are back inside the 5-yard line.
That Blaine train almost had a sack on that one.
He had stepped up. Vaughn stepped up to avoid Lane and just found his man. And again, found it in the soft spot of the defense. Ball now on the 2-yard line, 2nd and goal. And look who's back in for Milton.
The man himself.
Big number 33, Amari Marshman. Trips to the left, Marshman to Vaughn's right. Braintree sticking with the 3-man front. 4-man front now. DN's walked up. Vaughn, same play they ran earlier, and Marshman is in again for another touchdown. His 3rd of the game. And Milton jumps on top 27-7. The same exact play that Marshman scored on earlier. On that option play, and Vaughn flips it to him. They're going to go with the muddle huddle again. And then we already know they're going to shift, so they're going to shift here. And Finnegan's kick is up, and it is good. And Milton jumps on top 28-7 over Braintree. And we talked about it going into the half, is not letting them score first in the second half. And the fumbles have just killed Braintree today.
Yeah,
That's their 3rd one.
Yeah, now Milton has had 2 drives this half, and they've scored touchdowns on both.
Gonna have to put the ball in Tellier's hands now and gonna have to let him throw it. Down by 21. About 14 minutes to go here. 1:49 left in the third.
And at this point, if Braintree's going to win, they need almost everything to go in their favor.
Certainly nothing's impossible in sports, especially football. And sure, Braintree still has some life on that sideline. You don't see too much moping over there. See some heads up. As Finnegan gets ready to kick it away to Braintree. So they had somebody late to the field there. It was McHugh. As Finnegan kicks it away. Garrity's side, and it will be Garrity to get the ball. Fielded about the 9. Running to his left. Garrity met by about 6 Milton Wildcats, and where were the blockers? Nowhere to be seen.
They weren't even within, I think, 10 yards.
Everyone looking back at the play. And Braintree now starting deep in their own territory. Tellier jogs to the huddle here. They're going to have to move quick. Clock now starts to run. It'll be Grieve and Garrity, the receivers. Brooks to Tellier's left. Tellier hands it off to Brooks right up the middle, and he's met at the line of scrimmage.
That short gain on that play.
Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe got a yard. Not much to gain there. The clock now under a minute and a half to go here in the third quarter. Milton on top 28-7. The wind's starting to pick up a little bit. You can see it on the flags in the south end zone.
Yeah, there was almost no wind when the game started.
Now it's starting to definitely pick up. Tellier takes a snap, 3-step drop, looks to throw. He's got Garrity. Garrity turns and a little overthrown. Just overthrown. Garrity had a step on the defender there. It was just a little bit overthrown, and Garrity looked a little bit late. And it'll be 3rd and long for the Wamps.
Yep, 59 seconds left now.
Certainly a 4-down territory now, regardless of the field being down 21 points going into the fourth quarter. Certainly Braintree's going to be on the aggression.
Yep. And Tyler, he might try to look for Garrity again, or he could try to look for McGurn.
3rd and 10 here for Braintree. Did you see the safety there? That's number 2, Patrick Miller, over doubling Garrity on a quick outright, and the pass is incomplete. Tellier was looking for Grieve. Pass was incomplete. 4th down and 10 for Braintree, and a quick 3-and-out for Braintree, and they are going to bring out the punting team.
Yep, this next drive defensively is going to be critical, because if Milton gets in and they find a way to chew a lot of time on the clock, then this game is basically over.
Tellier back deep to punt it. They did fake a punt against Taunton. Obviously, wouldn't be too confusing here. And he's just going to punt it, and it's not a great punt. Ball bounces at about the 39 and a little bit past the 40, and Milton will start with the ball on the Braintree 40-yard line.
And I was just saying, this defensive drive is going to be huge for Braintree.
Certainly need a stop, that's for sure. And it's actually going to be where the ball bounced originally, so it must have bounced out of bounds. And it's actually the 38. I thought it was the 39. Must have bounced out of bounds. 47 seconds to go here.
Yeah, Milton's already in pretty good field position.
Certainly are, and they've got 3 running backs now behind Vaughn. And Vaughn's going to keep it himself, and he goes nowhere. There's a couple of Braintree Wamps in there.
Lane train.
McGurn was in there, and Lane was in there. Clock under 40 seconds to go. It'll be a 2nd and long for Milton. Saw there was a tailback behind Vaughn, and then there was other 2 running backs to the left of him and the right of him.
Yeah, this most likely is just going to be the end of the
Yes,
third.
Milton just kind of want to waste some clock here. And they're going to take it to the end of the third quarter with a 21-point lead over the Wamps. They get set to switch sides here. And we talked about Braintree kind of beating themselves earlier on. And
Yeah.
3 fumbles might be the definition of it.
Yeah, Braintree's had their chances offensively as well, and those they have had, they've just been getting stopped.
I'm not a big what-if guy, but you take away the fumbles on the first drive of the game, Braintree looked like they were going to score.
Yeah.
Fumble kills it, and they've killed long drives that are in scoring position, and then the other one was within their own 25-yard line. It automatically gave Milton a red zone opportunity that they scored on. So the point swings in the fumbles have been the difference maker for sure.
Yeah, there was about even first half. This half has been, so far, all Milton.
It has been all Milton this half. And I thought the first quarter was really, to put it in UFC terms, a 10-9 round.
Yeah.
Braintree, I think, had the edge very slightly.
Yeah, very slightly there. And in the second quarter, Milton had the slight edge.
It's just little things that have not gone the way the Wamps need them to. And now they find themselves down 21-0 to start the fourth quarter here. They're going to start with 3 running backs with Vaughn. Vaughn's going to take the snap. He's going to hand it off. That's number 8, Jack Finnegan. And he's making moves across and inside the 20-yard line. The first time they've called Finnegan's number on offense.
And it's a flag. 2 flags.
And it looks like there might have been a late hit. His emotions are starting to fly now. Some extracurriculars taking part now.
One of the Milton guys just had to be backed up.
Milton. But the penalty was on Braintree.
A penalty on Braintree. They are going to move it forward for Milton. Clock stopped at 11:50 to go in the fourth quarter. As they sort out the penalty yardage.
As you
It's a personal foul, unnecessary roughness on Braintree. And they're going to offset. So the penalty's offset. That's why the ball was neither advanced or backed up. Penalty's offset, and we just replay the down is what we'll do.
First down, Milton.
First down for Milton. At the Braintree 16-yard line. They're going to stick with this 3-back set. Still working out of the gun. They have yet to go under center. And they're going to go right back to Finnegan. He earned another carry, and he makes another good move, and he picks up another first down, or pretty close to it.
Yeah, I think it was a yard or 2 short. That probably would mark him down at the 7 or 8.
So they can pick up a first down inside the 10 here. And Braintree takes the timeout. I think it's safe to say that Braintree needs to stop here.
Yeah.
I think if you can't get a stop here. 28 points in 1 quarter is a lot to ask for.
Yeah. Yeah, especially when it comes to high school. The thing is, college, you could maybe expect it. NFL, slim to none chance, but not impossible.
Using one of your timeouts here. You only get 2. I don't believe they used one in the third quarter, excuse me. So it must be a full timeout. Still a lot of people sticking around. I'm sure people would rather watch this than the Lions-Bears game at 12:30, that's for sure. As Vaughn takes the snap, he's going to hand it right back off to Finnegan, who had a big hole. Might have missed it a little bit, but picks up the first down, and he is inside the 5 down to the 2 of Braintree.
And for a second, kind of lost where he was, then there's down to the 2.
Ball spotted at the 3-yard line. I'm assuming they're going to stick with this 3-back set. Running the ball's working. No point of risking anything. Marsman out for Milton. Finnegan the tailback. 2 backs to the left and right of Vaughn. Vaughn takes a look back at the head coach of Milton. That's Dombowski. Vaughn's going to keep it himself. Or he did hand it off, I'm sorry. And that's number 12, Owen McHugh, and he hits the pylon. I think he was in. Or he's going to point at about the 2, and he's going to be out there. Clock stops with getting out of bounds. 11 minutes to go.
So there's going to be a gain of 1. And one of the Braintree players frustrated going on the sideline. That was number 64 for Braintree.
Third and goal from the 2 for Milton. Ball on the left hash, and officials timeout here.
Was possibly discussing that last play.
I think he was clearly out, and they don't have any access to instant replay. So, I'm not sure what's going on. No, it was the down. The down was off. It's second down.
That's second and goal. At the
Shane
tail.
never had it at third. Second and goal from the 2. Milton on the left hash. Vaughn takes a snap, hands it right back to Finnegan. Finnegan was on top of the pile, and I think he got in. He was on top of the pile. I don't think he hit the ground. No signal yet. They're going to call him down at about the half-yard line. It looked like he was on top of the pile.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it must have been a hole that he just went through, and then next thing you know, he's near the bottom of it.
so third and goal from about the half-yard line. Milton taking their time, as you'd expect they would,
Yeah.
with the lead here, trying to really put this game away with the touchdown.
You know, so I think I realized why Marsman isn't in there now. I think they put in their backups.
And the quarterback is out too. As McHugh is taking over at quarterback, he calls his own number, and he is in off the left side for a touchdown. That's number 12, Colin McHugh, replacing the senior captain, number 15, Chase Vaughn, who's been quarterbacking the Wildcats for today. And McHugh takes it in for the touchdown right off left tackle. And Milton jumps on top 34-7, barring the extra point.
Though with that touchdown, Braintree's chances of winning keeps getting slimmer and slimmer.
As they're going to do the muddle huddle here, as they're going to shift in just a minute. There they go. Finnegan, who had a couple good runs on that drive, now doing the kicking duties, and it is up and it is good. And Milton jumps on top 35-7 over the home team, the Braintree Wamps. Braintree now going to have to work with a lot of urgency. It's a tall task for the Wamps.
And I got the huddle going before the kickoff.
Special teams has been great for Milton today, really limiting what Braintree has been able to do on that front. It's, most of the time kicking it off to Garrity, and he has had nowhere to go in the open space. And that's a credit to the Milton special teams, who've done a great job. As Finnegan tees it up. And gets ready to boot it away. And it's a little bit of a pooch kick. And Brooks lets it go over his head, and that's trouble.
Oh, ball
and it's
loose.
recovered by Milton. You have got to be kidding me.
It's the fourth.
You have got to be kidding me.
The fourth time.
Oh, my goodness. Brooks let it go over his head, took a just terrible bounce for Braintree. And Milton gets on top of it. Brooks knew Johnson was behind him. Was expecting Johnson to take it. And that has been Braintree's day in the second half. As soon as that ball goes 10 yards, you just see a lot of people start to head for the exits after that one. As soon as that ball goes 10 yards, it's live and anyone can get on it. And kind of sat right there for Milton to take. And now the quarterback will be back in. It's Vaughn back in for Milton. And that's Marsman back in for Milton as well, I believe.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised that if Milton gets in the red zone, we could be seeing Marsman's fourth touchdown of the game.
Definitely could be. He has been a huge factor to their offense and defense for that matter, as Marsman will be to Vaughn's left. Vaughn hands it off to Marshman. Marshman looking for the outside, running backwards. Oh, wow. Making something out of nothing.
And he's in on that.
And he embarrasses the Braintree defense, his 4th touchdown of the game. It looked what looked like in a very excessive celebration here. Rightfully so. It looked like he was going to lose 4 yards. He started running the other direction and cut upfield. No Braintree defenders there, and a touchdown for Milton, who now lead 41-7. And there's a personal foul there. I believe it's on number 50 for Braintree. That'll be Hilliard Baker, as he's got his helmet off. You see the flag down at about the 24. Personal foul. It will be on Hilliard Baker. Might have been when he took the helmet off.
I think Baker might have been the one that tried to tackle Marshman and he broke it off.
What a run by Marshman. His 4th touchdown of the
All
game.
I gotta say with that is wow.
I mean, the dude was 4 yards running the other direction and scores. As Finnegan gets ready for his 5th extra point try of the day. 4 for 4 to now. And the kick is up. And the kick is good. Make it 5-5 on extra points for Milton and their kicker, Jack Finnegan, as they lead 42-7 here with 9 minutes and 15 seconds.
You mean 6 for
to go.
6?
6 for 6?
6 for
Would it be
6.
6 for 6? I'm not a math guy.
Yeah, 6 for 6.
7, 14, 21, 28. Yeah, you're right. 42. 6 for 6.
Yeah, now 9:06 left in. Again, at this point, it's pretty much
now
over.
with a 35-point lead, the clock will run for the remainder of the game, so there will be no clock stoppages. And like you said, this one all but over.
Though we still got a good amount of people here. The part of the student section's already started to disperse.
Clock just not going to stop. So it'll be running clock regardless of what happens for the remainder of the game here. And due to the Baker personal foul, after the play, Milton will be kicking off from Braintree's 45-yard line.
Oh, no.
You add 15 because of the personal foul on Baker, and this will give Milton a great chance to pin Braintree deep and really add salt to the wound here. This is Finnegan's kick.
They're going to go right out.
This is going to go out of the back of the end zone for a touchback, and Braintree will take over at the 20-yard line. And now you see Braintree starting to hold their heads a little bit.
Yep.
In a game that means a lot to everyone, as it's a rivalry game, and certainly not the game you want, especially for seniors at their last game.
Yep. Wanted to end on a high note, but not quite how they were expecting their last game to go.
Tellier working out of the gun still. Motion man is Lee. Tellier hands it off up the middle. It was to Brooks, I believe, and he is met by about 6 Milton Wildcats. Clock under 7 minutes to go now. And you see the emotions starting to pile up for Braintree. As Tellier gets the commands and jogs back into the huddle. Brooks behind Tellier. Tellier takes a snap, going to look to throw. Fires. It was low and incomplete. He was looking for number 32, Stephen Luongo. He's had a good game offensively for the Wamps. Threw it a little bit low. Brings up a 3rd and long for Braintree.
Yeah, Luongo for the most part had a good game minus the fumble in the 3rd.
One of the 3 fumbles, like we talked about earlier.
Yep.
It'll be 3rd and 10 here. Garrity split out wide outside the numbers. At the top, Tellier takes the snap, has time, steps up, gets dumped. And they are in on Tellier in a flash, who has been well protected for the most part. That was number 81, Ethan Dobrit, for Braintree, and the Wamps will punt.
And I think for a few of the seniors, the emotion is
Certainly starting to
yeah,
kick in. You know, you start to realize that, you know, you're, in most cases, or some people, your football career is over.
Yeah.
And certainly not the way you want to go out.
Yeah.
You know, when you have a win, at least it's a little easier to handle. As Tellier takes the snap, and the punt is away, and he didn't get all of that, and a fair catch. And it took a Braintree bounce to about the 46. One of the few things that has gone
Yeah,
Braintree's
that's
way
gone
today.
right.
And the clock's going to continue to run here. And I think the starters are done for Milton. At least Vaughn will stay in. Senior captain, I do not see Marsman, who has had a great game.
Yeah, Marsman's got 4 touchdowns. He's done his part and he's most likely going to get game MVP.
Got it. 4 touchdowns.
Yeah,
there.
4 touchdowns. And especially after that run for the 4th touchdown.
It looked like he was dead in the water. I mean, what an incredible run. What an incredible effort by Mari Marsman today. Milton's going to go empty set here as he's confused. There's supposed to be a running back there. I was like, don't really see them throwing here. Grant, even though it's a blowout here, I don't see them really throwing. And they are going to do the little bubble screen. There it is to McKenzie. McKenzie met immediately. Good open field tackle there by McGurn.
Yeah, McGurn in for what probably will be his last offensive drive, too, because he's also a senior captain.
And he's been great. Started with varsity his sophomore year.
And same with Garrity, both of them in their last few drives. And for Garrity, you could already see the emotions just pouring in.
About 3 minutes to go here. Vaughn's going to take it to the outside, and run out of bounds, and there's going to be a flag. Might have been a hold. Still can't get over them not calling any flags on their offensive linemen running slant routes downfield.
I've been doing that almost the whole game.
Every time they've passed the ball, their linemen have been 6 yards downfield.
Let's see what the flag is.
Gonna be a block in the
blocking back.
So we'll back Milton up. 2.5 to go here. Milton on top, 42-7.
As now we're near the last 2 minutes of this game.
You know, an emotional time now. So it really starts to settle in for the players as Vaughn takes the snap, hands it off. And a good run there. I believe that was number 27. That's A.J. Cerrone. And 2 minutes to go here.
At 3rd and 15.
On a season, Braintree can certainly hang their head on, though. You know, making the playoffs.
Yeah.
You know, always a good accomplishment to make the playoffs. And, you know, the core group of guys really will still be around next year.
Yeah, still got a lot to build on. Definitely better than what their overall record is going to be showing, finishing the season 6-8.
We near a minute to go here. It'll be 4th down and 9 for Milton. And You just cannot say enough about the effort from Amari Marsman today. Absolutely incredible on both sides. You know, the missed opportunities from Braintree were clearly there.
Yeah, again, if he doesn't get game MVP, that's beyond me.
As Braintree makes some substitutions, they put in the senior, that's Thomas Moorhan, checking in. It'll be on the corner, on the outside. Handoff up the middle. And are they going to get a first down? Pretty close. I think he got it. And that's going to do it. As the clock at 25 seconds. First down, and I don't think Milton will have to snap it. Teams will line up at the 50. And that's it. Milton takes down Braintree 42-7 on this Thanksgiving Day game. Certainly a better one. It could have been better for Braintree. But again, a season Braintree can certainly be proud of. And that'll do it for us. And for TJ Chamberlain, Justin Turpin, our cameraman up there, Bill, and of course Wes Ray with the switcher there. We thank you guys for letting us be a part of your Thanksgiving. And enjoy the holiday with you and yours.